You are now watching Rhythm and Muse Podcast with your host, singer-songwriter Monique Wilson. This show is all about displaying the talents of up-and-coming music artists, local and worldwide, giving them a chance to talk about their new projects, their music journey, and so much more. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Rhythm and Muse Podcast.
That's my favorite intro ever. Like, I love that intro so much. Hey guys, welcome back to Rhythm and Muse with yours truly. I am Monique Wilson. I hope you guys are doing good on this fabulous, very warm Friday. It was very warm today. If you haven't already, go look at my other podcast on www.rhythmandmusepodcast.com for the audio. You can look at it on Charm City Direct TV on all different platforms if you can. If you want to be on my show, if you want your business promoted, whatever case may be, DM me at im.monique Wilson on Instagram, on all platforms. Today, or tonight, if I should say, we have a special guest, a very special guest. You know, all my guests are very special to me. He's a rapper. He's from here. As always, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the screen, Noah. How are you?
Hello. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Honestly, like the intro music that I was listening to in the waiting room kind of had me in my feels. It was like, I don't know, it was really deep.
Thank you. I really love that. So me and you are definitely on the same page on that one. If you guys didn't know, today is Noah's birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You don't seem
it's a great
excited.
Day. It's just like, as you get older, I feel like birthdays are more just like another day. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're a kid, I mean, this is my celebration. So glad to be here. I don't know. I might hang out with some friends later and maybe grab a few drinks or something. But I feel like as a kid, it was like birthday parties and presents. And now it's just like, damn, I'm old. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not the same.
It was at least still celebrating this 1 year. You made it through the pandemic on your birthday.
You're right. I guess you're right. I haven't thought about it like that.
Exactly. But happy birthday to you. And I hope you enjoy it. You're welcome. So, going to the questions. What made you step into the music scene?
Man, so I guess growing up, I grew up in an area where it was super rural. Like, my next door neighbor was like a quarter mile down the street. So there wasn't really music to be made where I was from. So it wasn't really until I went to college for a couple of years and it didn't work out because of some financial stuff. And I started hanging out with people who freestyled. And to me, like the idea of freestyling was always sick because I always loved rap music. I always loved hip hop. But I never actually did it because, I was just another white dude, and I was like, I can't freestyle. And then I started hanging out with people, and we started freestyling, and I was like, damn, I'm actually really good at this. Like, for not doing this, I'm actually really good at this. And it kind of just, this big snowball effect into me, I don't know, loving it and becoming addicted to it, and, making music all the time and expressing my pain through music and my happiness and love. And it became just kind of like my everything, I guess. That's deep, but like, it's just like, I don't know, music. Yeah, it's been amazing.
So as far as freestyling, when did you start taking it like seriously?
So I mean, honestly, like in terms of time spent making music and like putting time into the craft, like almost day one, it was one of those things where like once I got a little taste, I just got like fully addicted to it. And I'd make music every day. I would wake up and be hearing songs that I was dreaming about, or like I would, freestyle like 3-4 hours a day, or just write like multiple songs a day. So I guess like serious in terms of the music creation process, it's been like that for probably like 3.5 years. But in terms of like the artistry and like, building this artist up that's more than just this dude that's rapping, honestly only like this year. Like it really, something like kind of clicked in my head, and it's like, yo, like you're expecting these new results where you're not really putting in the work where it matters. Like it's more than just making music, it's getting something behind the music to get people to buy into it. That's more than just, there could be an artist out there that's making the best music in the world, but if he's just posting on SoundCloud and not promoting it, then it's just going to go unlooked, and you can't really, the only person you'd be mad at that point is yourself. And for a long time, I was blaming other people and not blaming myself. So this year I kind of started taking it serious, changed my artist name, got this nice little dangly earring. It's in the other ear.
I like them. I like them. They're nice.
Yeah. So probably this year.
So what changes have you made as an artist that made like, because your fan base grew from what it looks like. So what type of habits did you change for you to have a different impact on people?
Just getting out of my own head. Like a lot of the music, all the music I've put out to this point, and even this upcoming album that I'm dropping, it's all old music. It's all music that I probably should have dropped a while ago. But for some reason, mentally, I was like, nah, this isn't good enough, or like, this needs to be better. I need to make something different. And it wasn't again until this year where I was like, F that, like, I'm gonna put the stuff out because it touched me at a point. So like, why would it not affect people now? So yeah, I guess the main thing is probably just, getting out of my own head and stop being like a critic to the point where I'm not like, I'm holding my career in place, because that's how it was for a long time. I was just stuck in this place of like, in my eyes, I'm this great artist. I make this great music. I can really affect people. But like, I was just at this crossroad of what do I do to be more than just like this dude that's really good at rapping, and like, how do I actually bring this into a career instead of, a really, really, really important passion. Sorry, I talk a lot if it's not obvious.
Well, you're fine. I like people that talk a lot. It's okay. So as far as that, did anyone like help you try and change your ways and stuff like that to make you see like that you are a big artist and that you could inspire people because of what you do?
Oh yeah. Every one of my friends from day one has been like, yo, you gotta put this shit out. Yo, you gotta push your music. Yo, you got it. Yo, like, you're sick. You gotta just put it out, and people are gonna like it. And again, I feel like, this goes to like anything, like, somebody who's struggling with like, self-identity problems where, and this is kind of like a totally opposite end of the spectrum, but somebody who's like, self-conscious about something, their friends can tell them that it's not true, but at the end of the day, that might not change how you feel about it, because at the end of the day, you're the only one who can control how you feel about yourself. And that's basically what was happening. You know, my close friends, like people that I consider family, were telling me, Noah, you got to put this out. You got to take this seriously. And, you know, I'd agree with them. You're right. You know, I got to do this. But then, you know, I would just get in my head about it and not change anything. Mm-hmm. So I guess, yeah, there were a lot of people telling me it, but we're our own worst enemies sometimes. So, you know.
I can relate to that 100%. Even behind the screens, I can relate to the subconsciousness and you thinking that, like, you know, like people tell you one thing, but it all depends on how you view yourself and stuff like that. And coming from a person who still tends to struggle with it to this day, how did you manage to pull yourself out of that negative mindset?
I kind of just went for it, honestly. And it's something that I don't think I'll ever fully get over. You know, even the first project I dropped, you know, Life, I was just in this, I'm going to do it, I'm going to go for it moment. And I uploaded it. And I was really happy for like 3 minutes. And then like 10 minutes later, I was like, what did I just do? That's not ready. That's not good. Like, why did I do this? So yeah, I think it's just like a constant battle of, you know, understanding that we are our own worst enemies. And a lot of the times, and this is so cliche and so like cheesy, but the only person that can stop you from succeeding a lot of the times is you. And it sucks because, you know, it's hard to overcome your own mental. That's just how it is, you know. But yeah, again, I've talked so much that I forgot the original question. But
you are fine.
Yeah, I just went for it basically, and I think that's something that I've been trying to do more. It's just kind of just basically saying fuck it and just doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So as far as like artists, because everyone has artists that they look up to, what artists did you look up to when you were younger or even now?
So it kind of came in stages. A lot of my childhood, I was listening to like different genres. So I went through, you know, like a little scene boy phase of listening to like emo rock music, and like heavy metal. And then, you know, I've had stages of listening to some country music, and then a lot of hip hop. But I guess for the sake of like my career and what's really helped shape me, artists like J. Cole, artists like Mac Miller, Kendrick Lamar, Logic. I don't really listen to Logic much anymore, but I do remember as a kid I was obsessed with the dude, and he was just rapping so fast and so well that I was just like amazed. So yeah, even, you know, and I hate to say this, I really hate to say this, but even like Eminem, here we go. What have I done? No, but just like I guess just artists that either A, move me, or B, like really wowed me with their lyrics and kind of like the way that they manipulated words and sentences. It was just really cool to me.
Mm-hmm. So you remind me a lot of Mac Miller because you're very passionate about you and your work and stuff like that. You're extremely passionate, from what I could tell from like the first 14 minutes of the show. You have a lot of passion and stuff. Has anyone told you that you like rap like Mac Miller or anyone else, or they just like they don't know?
I mean, I constantly get the Mac Miller comparisons, which
so
which I'm cool with, because I think Mac is like, you know, to me he's one of the greatest artists of our time. And you know, obviously music is very subjective, so but I hope at any point it's never like, oh, he's trying to sound like Mac Miller, because I'm not trying to sound like Mac Miller. It's, to me, it's a sound that's similar to like, you know, that sound that Kendrick, I feel like Kendrick and Mac Miller and Andre 3000 all have this similar way of like layering vocals that I really love. That's really kind of inspired me in the way that I do that. But honestly, I've gotten some really weird comparisons. I've gotten like Schoolboy Q, somebody told me recently that I remind them of 50 Cent. um, yeah, I know it makes no sense to me, but yeah. But when I first started, it was a lot of logic. Um, but yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm cool with whatever. It's all ups to those artists.
50 Cent. All right.
Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know.
I think Mac Miller, but to each his own.
It's cool. Yeah.
How much have music impacted your life?
A lot. Like that was like the worst answer ever. But it's just like always been something that I've been able to go to for any emotion. Songs of like a really emotional focus. Like there's a song by J. Cole called Lost Ones. And that song situation is very similar to like my life situation with, my father and everything like that. So I remember as a kid, I would just be driving, I guess not really a kid, but like a young adult. I'd be driving my car, like bawling my eyes out listening to that song. And it wasn't like, I don't know what it is about like, and this hasn't happened in a while, but growing up, like kind of just having those moments of like really needing to let out some like sadness or some like, I don't know, some emotion and just like feeling really good afterwards. So I guess, yeah, music's always been there for me. Whether it's been for like a good mood or like a sad mood or just going through some shit, or whatever it is. So it's affected me on more than just like my musical journey. It's more so just like in general, music's always been like a coping mechanism for me, which is great because it's the best.
It is the best. You're absolutely right. So, did you have any like inner doubts about being an artist, and if so, how did you manage to like? I think I asked you this already, but I'm trying to go deeper with this because that really just it made me ask a lot more questions in regards to that. So, any doubts about being an artist? How did you manage to not go off those negative thoughts of what you have thought, what anyone else have thought that's in a negative spotlight?
I mean, I just basically from like day one, I knew that this is what I was meant to do. And it's like this overwhelming feeling of, wow, like I finally found it. I've been waiting all my life to find out what my purpose is. For a while, I thought it was sports. Quickly, took a step into reality and realized I'm a good athlete, but I'm not on the level of athlete that I need to be in order to make money from this. So I was like, a majority of my life was shut down right there. It's like, oh, I'm not going to be an athlete. So what am I going to do? I went to school for a little bit and I never really found something I was passionate about. I kind of just chose something because there was money in it. And, that didn't fulfill me. But for the first time ever, music is kind of what gave me that feeling of, wow, like I can really change the world with this. I can really make money from this. I can really, have a career and only do this. And from day one, like I just felt like I was, blessed to have this gift, whatever it be. So I guess I've never really had like doubts of doing music. It's more so just been doubts of like, specific songs or like, the wave that I make. Because, my music, you've heard it, it's not. And again, this is old music to me. So, maybe I'm making some newer shit that's not as lo-fi, but, the music I'm putting out, it's not what they play on the radio. It's not like what's hot right now. And I guess some doubts come with that sometimes, but for the most part, I've just been, I know I'm blessed. I know this is what I'm meant to do. So there's no point in like having the negative thoughts because at the end of the day, it's not going to change the fact that I love to do this and I'm going to do it every day.
So did you realize that this is your gift or this is what you meant to do when like you found like rapping, music in general is like your only, or like your biggest source of happiness? Like whatever happens in life, you know that rapping brings you back to your peace or your tranquility or your calmness.
Yeah, I mean, music in general, just like I said, it's always been that for me. You know, whatever I'm going through, I have music to listen to, but now it's just a whole different level of, it's not just me listening to it, it's me expressing it. And, you know, I tell everybody that they should try to do music, or like, you know, I'll be freestyling with people and there'll be people there who aren't freestyling. I'm like, yo, just go for it. Like there's no sort of judgment here. It's just like a feeling that you can't really recreate. And I think anybody who does any sort of art or anything knows what I'm talking about. You know, just expressing yourself is like really freeing and really like liberating. So it's definitely something that I can always come to. And, you know, for a long time that used to be like religion or something along those lines. But once I found music, it really just kind of changed everything for me and really helped me find myself. So yeah, music will always be there. Music's going nowhere, and it's amazing.
It is. Before we dive into your EP Live, which I really like, and now since you explained it a little bit, it kind of means a little bit more that I really want to talk about. But before we dive into that, guys, we're going to listen to one song off of his EP called Corridor, which we will play right now.
And keep his name up out your mouth, and I won't ever say a peep. I'm living life without regretting, so I'm thankful for the net. But when I get back in my dorm, I know that life go back to normal. When you with me, I'm a freak and we get way warmer than cordial. But oh, don't worry about it, yeah, this our secret to keep. She tryna keep it on the low, I won't say a thing. Pull up and we can take it slow in a darker place. I know you got a man you don't like, but I don't think it make this shit right, no. Still we getting deep like every single weekend. Oh. No, she ain't loyal, I guess it was just my turn. Forget that shit when she naked. No, she ain't loyal, I guess it's a lesson learned. But I know it's wrong.
Yes.
Love that song.
I love that song. I love that song. I do. I do. Okay, well, no one else said. I love that song. Anyways, that's a very good song. I listen.
Thank you. Yeah,
you did.
It's did my thing on it, I guess, huh?
You did your thing on that one.
It's one of those songs that like I play. I don't know. I guess if somebody doesn't know me or like actually listens to the song, they think I'm an asshole. But there's so much more to this song than just like, I don't know.
What's with this
I've gotten I had a girl that told me, she's like, when I heard you drop that snippet, like I got really offended. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's not about you, first of all, and second of all, it's like if you actually listen to the snippet, you're not listening to it. You're just hearing what you want to hear. I feel like that goes for a lot of things, though. People just hear what they want to hear, which kind of sucks, but whatever.
Well, what type of vibe was you going for with this specific song? Because this song, it runs really deep. So what was you really going for this song?
I don't know if I was really going for like a specific sound. For me, like I've always been the type to, I hear an instrumental or a beat and I'm not like the type that's like flooded with ideas or concepts or anything like that. I'm more so just, I start somewhere, whether it's the hook or the verse or the pre-chorus, and I kind of just go with it. And I guess when I first started, writing this, I must have started talking about the situation that I had back in college with the girl, and it kind of just went from there. And a lot of times it starts with the hook and more so, trying to get the more meat of the song out of the way, because, the hook's kind of you'd be foolish to think that anything but the hook is the most important part of the song, because the hook is everything, right? Somebody can listen to a song and not remember a thing you said, but they can have the melody, the hook stuck in their head. So I'm sure when I started writing it, and it's been a while, but I'm sure I started with the hook, kind of found the direction for the song, and then went back and wrote the verses. And yeah, I guess it kind of just came out how it came out. And I remember when I wrote that song, I was so hyped. Like, I don't know. I always am the type to like overplay my own music a lot. But damn, I listened to that song so many times. Like, I love that song.
That is, you did your shit on that song. You did your, yes.
Appreciate you, Monique. Appreciate you.
Props to you. So your EP Live, I almost said Love, it's Live. Your EP Live, what is the meaning of that whole EP? What made you name it that? What's the meaning behind it? What was you feeling about it?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because me being an artist, I definitely had like this big concept for the project, and I definitely could tell you, but I would rather leave it up to the audience to make their own definition of like, no, I'm fucking with you. There's no concept. I just put some songs together. I like the word life, and it kind of just worked, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that I went for it, and in the midst of trying to finally put some music out, I was like, all right, these songs sound cool together. I like it. It's 4 songs that were written, within a span of 2 years. One song might be a year and a half older than the other song. So it wasn't like I wrote them, trying to make an EP, and more so just formed an EP. So honestly, there is no concept or message I was trying to portray with it. I'm more so just put it together, and I liked how it sounded. And I think at the end of the day, it's the sound and something being cohesive. It's kind of just like music. Like it's I can't think of the word. It's subjective. So like, even if you think something's cohesive, somebody else might not think so. For this, I happen to think it was cohesive, and a lot of people did too. So,
So
life.
This was just like off the fly, like this is just like this. It was like I'm gonna just put it out there. They can figure it out.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, deadass. It was just 4 songs that I had in this vault of like 100 songs. And I was like, okay, I like this song. Okay, I like this song at one point. I should put like a really personal song. So I'm gonna do Escape. And you know, I do want to have a song talking about a girl. So let me put Let You Down. And then I was like, okay, I need to have one that's more of like a quote unquote banger. So I was like, I'll do Cordial. And then I was like, I don't want to do Cordial yet, so I'm gonna wait. And then I eventually was just, fuck it, I'm gonna do Cordial. Put Cordial on there. And then I needed more of a like an outro, like less rap-esque song. So I did Time Machine. And yeah, it all kind of just worked together.
So despite of it being like a bunch of emotions, it was just a bunch of different like versatility going on.
Say that again?
Was it like a bunch of versatility going on instead of emotions or expressions? I'm trying to make it not sound complicated, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just didn't want to like put out 4 songs that one sounded the same, or 2 we're talking about the same thing. So I guess it was more like, because listening back to it, a lot of it does have a similar vibe, which a lot of people are telling me like, yo, you have this sound, and I'm cool with that. Like that's sick. You know, a lot of people, they try to find that sound their whole career and they never find it. So like, it's cool that I have this quote unquote sound. But for me, like, this is like step number 1 of like 100 different steps. So like, I'm rolling out like this old music that, yeah, it does have a similar vibe of like this lo-fi-esque, you know, some of the songs are like depressing as shit. Because that's how it was for me, you know, at this time in my life. But like, I've grown so much as an artist from that point that, like, I don't know, I see myself as like in a good way, like a chameleon. Like, I feel like I can get on any style of music and like do my thing to the point where it's not like, it doesn't sound like, oh, this dude's a rapper, like trying to do this. Like, this does not sound good. Like, and maybe it's just confidence, maybe it's just whatever, but I feel like I can get on any song and like, you know, stand out in a great way. So yeah, the versatility, I think, although a lot of life was a very similar sound, like, it's come to be to a whole nother level, and I'm really excited to show the world that.
I like that. I'm sorry, I'm really hyped for this. Like, I like this whole EP. So when making the EP, what was your favorite song that you have recorded? Or do you just love them all the same?
On life?
Yes.
Definitely Cordial. And just because, like, I think it was like the best song, and not just like I think some of the verses on like Escape were really, really good, and really like really good at expressing where I was at in terms of, you know, my mental health and going through shit. But in general, I think Cordial is just like the best song on there. And yeah, Cordial, like 100 times Cordial. And again, this is like the song that I was like jumping around my living room, rapping to this fake crowd with this microphone right here, like, a million times. So yeah, Cordial.
Yes. So with this EP, what was your creative process like?
Again, it was, since it wasn't like specifically, I didn't make the songs at the same time. It was more so just like a long, like a couple years process of just waking up, getting in the studio, writing a song, writing 2 songs, Honestly, Cordial and Let You Down, I wrote, I think in the same day. I'm pretty sure Cordial and Let You Down were in the same day.
Wow.
And yeah, so it wasn't like I was intentional with, sorry, I'm trying to get this less glowing on here for my paleness. So yeah, it was more so just like a couple of years I was writing songs and I picked some out of the vault. So I guess just like my day to day, waking up, medicating with Benadryl, and making music. Yeah.
So what's the feedback you got from this project?
Well, one thing I learned, and this is something that I'm sure every artist has gotten, is that the song that I thought was going to get the worst reception got the best reception. So, you know, in my mind, I put out Escape and I was like, you know, this is way too personal. Like, people are not going to be vibing with this depressing ass music. But I put it out there because, you know, there are people that I know that want to hear that. I would have loved to hear that if I was younger. Or not even younger, but just like not me. So yeah, I learned that you never know what song is going to be, you know, resonating with people. You really don't. You can think that you do, but at the end of the day, everybody hears stuff different. So yeah, one, I learned that you don't know what people are going to like. Two, I learned that I was sleeping on myself for so long, and that, you know, I really wish I would have came to this conclusion forever ago, and just not been a perfectionist about everything. Because, you know, even like I said earlier, when I submitted the project to be out, those first couple of days, or that, not even first couple of days, that first day, I was really excited. And then like 2 days later, I was just like freaking out, like, damn, this isn't ready. Why did I do that? Why did I put this out already? Like, this is your return to music. Why? It's not, it doesn't sound good enough. It's not mixed well enough. And the moment it dropped, I realized that that's stupid, because people don't hear those things. They just hear the music. So yeah, as long as it's at a certain level of quality, audio quality, not like, you know, subject matter or anything like that, it doesn't matter. And you just got to put it out, because it's all about building a catalog and, you know, throwing stuff out until something hits. So yeah, stop sleeping on yourself.
You speaking to me personally right now. So
stop sleeping on yourself, Monique.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to. I swear I'm not. I'm really trying here. Did anyone help you make this EP, or was it just you and yourself only?
So all the production was done by other people. It was straight YouTube beats. That's about 90% of the music I made was just going on YouTube and scrolling through beats until one, you know, like touched me, pause, until one like stuck with me. But yeah, so besides the production, yeah, it was all me. And that's a lot of my music. I find that I work best a lot of the time by myself. You know, I'm learning to be more collaborative with other artists, because I find that I do make a lot of cool, or I get a lot of cool ideas when I'm working with other people. But for a lot of my old music, it was all me, in terms of the lyrics and the melodies and all that.
Yes, we love an independent artist.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yes, independent artist. That's him, y'all. Do you have any visuals coming out with the EP, or are you just gonna leave it just straight like nothing?
Damn, the way he worded that made me feel really shitty about it.
I'm sorry. I'm so like, sorry.
Nothing.
So sorry.
No. It's cool. It's cool. No, because you're right. There should be visuals with it. And you know, maybe like some visualizers on YouTube. You know, if somebody like, you know, reached out to me and like it was like their make-a-wish, like, yo, I need a video for this, then maybe. But like, I don't know. I'd rather just look towards the newer music. I have an album coming out, so I definitely am gonna have some visuals with that, as well as some little freestyles and remixes here and there that are Super fuego, like super. Just wait, where's it at? Super.
Is this?
Yeah, but I don't know. I doubt it unless, you know, I would love to have a video for Cordial, but based on like the time, I'm just trying to move forward, and like that's like a stepping stone, and like this next one is more visuals than, you know, it might. I think I'm gonna go a lot of singles after this next project, so, you know, just hella visuals coming. So maybe, who knows? Maybe.
The world may never know. So do you think of this EP was just like a one and done type of thing? You just want to get that out there, see people's reactions, and now you just want to move forward from this? Like, would you call this EP like a test of some sort to see how people will react?
It was more of like, it was like finals at college. Like, I needed to put this out in order to move into, like, to go on and face the world. Like, I was at this, like, literally stuck for like 2 years. Like, the way when I first started music, I would make a song, put it out, make a song, put it out, make a song, put it out. About 6 songs in, I was like, yo, I want to make a project. And then 2 years, 3 years later, I dropped that EP that I just dropped like 3 months ago. So it was more so, I just needed to get something out so then I could get past this stage. And it ended up being like, you know, really, I think it was received really well and got a lot of good feedback on it. I get people reaching out every day about the music. So, yeah, kind of like a one and done, but it definitely has like a really special place in my heart because, you know, that's like the start of everything to me. You know, this year is the start of everything. Even though I've been making music for almost 4 years, I didn't, you know, this is like the start of Noah. So yes, kind of one and done, but it's like more special than just like I didn't just like throw some shit on a plate and like push it out to the world. It was more, these are 4 songs that I really liked at different points of the last couple of years. And so I'm going to put them together and then I'm going to move forward into the next project.
Yes. You hear that? It's the start of Noah, guys. Speaking of that, you just came out with a song, Slow Down, which I also enjoy, especially with the featuring artists involved. Shout out to her. I forgot her name. Ali D. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. So before we jump into that, we will listen to Slow Down right about now, guys.
Hey, you wanna know how I feel? You wanna win so bad. Every day I feel thoughts running my head. Yeah, I was up late and frustrated. I need to chill. Fuck it, I'm done waiting. I can't conceal this pain in my heart, man. I need to reveal. Life need to upgrade, been feeling so still. Yeah, I always knew this shit was meant for me. I'm a copper crib that coming with a mezzanine. Hit the valley parking on the music scene. Tell them I'ma be right back before I even leave. Yeah. Really it's dope. I don't be hunting for hoes and shit. Think it's a joke. Really I'm flying slow, this is. Look at my soul. Oh, you be looking for golden wrist. 30 below. Shit could get cold. You never know. It's unexpected. Losing control. Take it for granted. All that you know. What could the time prove? Yeah. Wishing for more. Asking for blessings. I need to grow. If I'ma get there, but you don't know. Just let the time prove. Might take some time, but what isn't it? Taking sunshine to grow. We all begin as a seed and then we become in a row. So don't get caught up in the dollars and the drama. So don't get caught up in the dollars and the drama.
I like that. I like that. That was a vibe.
That's a vibe right there.
That was a vibe.
That's a vibe.
That's a whole vibe.
That's a whole vibe. That's not half a vibe. That is a whole damn vibe. I'm telling you.
You're making me sound young when you just repeat it like that. I don't know why.
Young. You are young. You are young.
I am not. I am not.
I'm telling you, if I don't even know how old you are, but I would think you are about my age. And if you're not young, then I'm not young. And that is bullshit. I am young.
I am 20 years old and a half. I'm 21 and a half.
Are you the audacity of you to say you're not young? I just turned 25 today. I'm like,
I knew you was 25.
I'm a grown man. I'm a grown man. I'm a grown man. I got arthritis and shit. Like, come on. I'm 20 years old.
Excuse me. I have arthritis too. And my knees crack. You
okay.
choose next.
Yeah, you going through it way more than I am.
Yeah.
But it's okay. We all young.
I don't like this. Anyways, going back to this to the script. Your song Slow Down. I do like the vibe. That was a really, 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 really nice song. What was it like recording that, especially with your featured artists and things of that nature?
So I wrote that song and I knew it needed something. Like I knew it needed something else to fill up the space. And like the sonic spectrum, like I thought it would be really cool with a female vocal on there. And my friend Allie happens to be really good at singing. And I didn't fully understand how good she was at singing until about the time that I had her record this. Like to the point where so basically, long story short, I lived in Southern Virginia before this. I met Allie. We were friends, and I knew she did, she acted in plays and stuff like that and sang in that spectrum. And I knew she was part of a group where she sang, but I never really heard her sing in person. And then one time I was like, yo, I really want to get you on this song. And my eyes were open. I was like, yo, this girl has so much soul. Like, how is this 5'4", like blonde, little white girl? How does she have so much soul? It doesn't make sense. And then I realized, like, all right, I definitely want to collab with her. So I had her drive up anyway to Maryland, at the studio that I now work at, WTS Recordings. Come check me out. I'm an engineer. If you're an artist, I can get you right to say. Came up to WTS Recordings and we recorded that song, and then we recorded another song that may be the outro on this next album. Might be.
You don't know yet.
So and then I just had her come up. We sang, and it was amazing. Yeah, she's really, really dope. Just a really cool energy to be around.
Well, shout out to Allie.
Shout out to Allie.
Right, shout out to Allie because you did your thing on the vocals. Shout out to your job. If y'all want to get right with him, y'all gotta go to him. Cause he legit.
I'm telling you.
He legit. He the real deal.
The real deal. Yeah.
The real deal.
We're not playing around out here.
No, he the real deal. He all that. So what did you enjoy most about putting out the single?
Well, it was one of those things that, again, I got in my head. So I submitted it, and then I immediately hated the idea that I just submitted that song to be out. So I know it's so stupid, and I didn't promo the song at all. I didn't create a visual because in my mind I was like, this song wasn't that good, and like, why did I put this song out? It's too late to take it down, and if I take it down, I'm gonna feel like shit because it's already submitted and ready to go. I already told people about it, so like it's too late. So I didn't promo it or anything. But yeah, it ended up, doing really well. I submitted it to get on some playlists, and it got on some really good playlists. It's probably right around 5,000 streams now, which is sick.
Oh, and
yes. Yeah. So it I think my favorite part of it was just, putting out a song that had collaboration on it, and getting to work with another artist in the studio was cool. But yeah, it was like, I guess just something to keep the momentum going of me dropping, and this next album is the next step, and then whatever's next. So it's just a lot of just getting stuff off my chest and getting stuff out of the vault that's been sitting there forever was probably the best part about it, honestly.
So does this song have a meaning to it, or is just you just want to put that out there as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those songs, like, if you listen to this song, the verse is talking about all this stuff that I want to do, or all this, shit that I dream of. But the hook goes, you never know, it's unexpected, losing control, taking for granted all that you know. What could the time prove? So it's like, you want all this shit now, but really it takes time for anything to happen. I'm, looking at these achievements that are like 9-10 years into a music career, and I'm in year 4. Like, why am I stressing and being so worried about all this shit? Like, having this mindset that this isn't working out. Like, what am I going to do? Where it just takes time. It takes, repetition. It takes being consistent. So slow down is just like telling myself and anybody else who needs to hear it, like, yo, slow down. Life isn't going to stop, but it's certainly not going to speed up. It moves at the same pace. It's really all how we face it. So I guess just it was something that I needed to hear, because being an overthinker and hella critical about everything, it's really easy for me to look at on Instagram and all these other platforms and see somebody else succeeding and being like, damn, like, why can't I have that? Like, why does he have all these streams? Why does he have all these fans? Why is he getting this car, this house, yada, yada, yada? I feel like I deserve that, but at the same time, it's like everybody's journey is different. So all you can really do is live in the moment and be the best you. So yeah, slow down.
So I go to all the time because I was so engaged and stuff like that, because I can relate to anything. I want everything right now. I'm very impatient. I'll put it out there. Yeah. I'm very impatient. I want everything right now. And I wonder myself, like, why don't I have this, that, and the third? So coming from a person, me, who goes through that every single day, who literally went through that before this thing even aired, how do you manage to tell yourself, like, you're going to get everything? It just takes a lot of time or some time.
I think just having the mindset of, if you truly feel like what you're doing is what your like divine purpose is, like what you're meant to do, then there's no room for you to doubt that or to get caught up in anything. Because and especially like for my situation, it's like, being an artist, I see myself doing really, really, really big things. And like, not that I want to be like a household name type shit, but like, I feel like, I'm blessed with this ability to be that. And nothing's going to stop that. So like, there's no point in me getting caught up over anything, because like, I truly believe that. So like, one day that is going to be my life. But right now, I can only do so much. Nobody can control, especially in music, like nobody can control when, one of their songs blows up, or when, somebody, an A&R or like a manager hears your shit and they're like, yo, like, I need to reach out to this person. Like, you can't control that unless you have lots of money, but I don't have lots of money, so I can't control that. So why would I stress over it? It's just, I'd say just remembering why you started and keeping that at the forefront of why you are passionate about something, and not, the end goal of money or sustainability or anything like that. Like, for me, music, it was, something I could go to when I needed to express myself. And it's always been that. So I don't want to lose sight of that. So yeah, just remembering why you do something, I think is really important, and staying true to yourself and remembering that you're doing it for a reason, and it's all going to work out one day. You just got to stay consistent with it.
You hear that, Monique? Stay consistent. Okay.
Stay consistent, Monique.
I'm trying, Noah. I'm trying. Are we going to see Slow Down on any like new projects, or is it just going to stay like a single?
So I was thinking about having it as a bonus track on this upcoming project, but I kind of decided against it. And to be brutally honest with you, it's because I couldn't figure out how to set up a bonus track on the distributor, through the distributor. I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, I think it's definitely, it has its place. So yeah, I mean, I doubt it'll be on any projects in the future because it's kind of just another one of those songs that I was sitting on for a long time that I decided to put out. So probably not, but who knows? I really don't know.
I hope you do. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed you do. I think you should. But what can we hear from your new projects? Like what vibe can we hear? What emotions? What message are you gonna put out there for this new project that Oshi would talk about more?
So the new project it's a lot more personal in terms of, the last project had, like, Cordial is telling a story, but it's not very, it's more of just a good song. It's less of like me going through anything. That's a horrible way to word it. The project is talking a lot about, like stuff that I was battling with, whether that be like religion or addiction to anything. It's kind of consistent in talking about those type of things. The sonic like vibe of it is a lot of like lo-fi-esque vibe and like live instrumentation. So yeah, if you like my other music, you're gonna really love this. If you don't, I think you still will feel something. Like I always say, like, if I can make you feel something, then my job is done. Like, I don't look at, like, I don't put music out for somebody to like or dislike. I want somebody to feel what I'm saying or to like spring some sort of emotion in you. So, if it's a sad song, then like, damn, like he's really talking about that. I can really feel his emotion. Like, I'd rather that than, damn, that was a really good hook. Like, no, I'd rather touch somebody, pause, and I'd rather affect somebody. I'm sorry. I'd rather affect somebody, and then be praised by somebody. So it's a lot of really personal stuff. Yeah, I guess. And one of the songs on there is like the most personal song I've ever made, I feel like. So yeah, be ready for that, because it's a whole roller coaster of depressing ass shit, but it's cool. It's cool.
It's okay. You just let it out there. It's okay. I can't wait to
hear
it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. And when I hear it, I'm gonna just be there like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
I feel you. I feel you.
I need something to feel too, and that's okay. So one last question for anyone that's an independent artist, for anyone that's struggling to battle with the things that you have talked about, if anyone that's trying to figure out their self-identity, what advice could you give them?
Don't care about what people say or think, because it doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, say what you want, wear what you want, be who you want. Don't be who somebody else wants. When I first started making music, I didn't curse in my music because I didn't want to offend my mom. What? Like, that's so, and I guess, I respect my mom. So it was a level of respect that I had for her, that I, was controlling myself. but you don't want to put a cage. You don't want to stay in a cage, especially when it's art, because it's like people want the most real version of you. You know, for the most part, the type of vibe that I'm going for, they want the most real version of me. So, you know, I would just say, stay true to yourself and don't try to be something that you're not, because one, people see right through that shit, and two, you know, it's way easier to just be yourself. I'm telling you, it's way easier to just be yourself. And, you know, stuff like wearing this earring, like at first it wasn't me, but now it's become a part of me, you know? So yeah, just do what you want. Don't worry about what other people think about you. Like, if you're wearing something and you're walking through the grocery store, don't have thoughts of like, I wonder if, you know, that cute girl thought I looked cute. Like, I wonder if that dude thought I was looking good. Like, who the fuck cares? Like, you're getting eggs. It's like it's not that serious. Like, you're never gonna see them again. And especially for music, like, damn, you only put something out once. You only can live this life once. Why would you ever want to be somebody else? Like, just be you. Do you. That's it.
Like Nike, just do it.
Do it, right?
Just do it. Do it. Wow, you have put out a lot of good pointers during this interview, a lot of gems. You are a very expressive person. You are very passionate, very expressive. And I really, really, really loved having you on the show. I'm so glad I have messaged you and everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, please clap your hands for Noah and his music and all that other stuff. Again, Noah, happy 25th birthday to you. And you should celebrate it the best way. You know how to, because you deserve it after all the work that you have put in. If you guys not heard his EP, you need to go over and go on his Instagram or wherever. It's on all streaming platforms. You guys need to go look at that. You need to look at his song Slow Down, and even some past projects that you may not have heard from him. You need to go listen to it, and you need to not be under rock and go listen to this man's work, because he's a real deal, guys. I keep telling y'all this. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning into Rhythm and Muse tonight. If you want to be on my show, if you want to promote yourself on my show, DM me at im.MoniqueWilson on Instagram. Thank you once again, E Digger. Thank you once again, Charm City, for having me on this platform to talk to people like Nova, because this is what I do. This is what I'm here for. I do all this. Thank you once again, Noah, for being on the show. Have a good night.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Bye, everyone. Have a good night.
See ya.
Thank you for watching another great live broadcast on Charm City Direct TV. Make sure you head on over to YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitter for more great content on Charm City Direct TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow everything Charm City Direct TV.